Picture this. December 31st, 2026. You're standing in front of a mirror, but the person staring back is a complete stranger. Sharper jawline, eyes that burn with quiet confidence, a physique that commands respect without saying a word. Your bank account has numbers you once thought were impossible. Your mind is a fortress of discipline, unshaken by the chaos that used to drown you. The people who knew you a year ago wouldn't recognize you if they passed you on the street. This isn't a fantasy. This isn't motivational nonsense designed to make you feel good for 5 minutes before you return to scrolling mindlessly at 2 a.m. This is the reality waiting for you on the other side of 1 year of absolute, relentless transformation. But here's the truth that most people will never accept. That version of you, that unrecognizable beast of a human being, will only exist if the current version of you dies. Not metaphorically, not eventually, today, right now. Because transformation isn't about addition, it's about destruction. It's about burning down everything you've become and rising from those ashes as someone completely new. The question is, are you ready to strike the match? Right now you're soft, undisciplined, controlled by your impulses, your comfort, your excuses. You wake up without purpose, drift through your day reacting to notifications and other people's agendas, and collapse into bed having accomplished nothing that moves you closer to the life you claim you want. You say you want greatness, but your actions scream mediocrity. You're a passenger in your own existence. But 12 months from now, you could be the architect, the builder, the warrior who conquered himself first before attempting to conquest anything else in this world. You could walk into rooms and shift the energy with your presence alone. You could look at challenges that currently terrify you and laugh at how small they've become. The gap between these two versions isn't luck, genetics, or circumstances. It's decision. It's commitment. It's the willingness to become unrecognizable. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This is your declaration of war against the old you. The you that settled, that rationalized weakness, that chose comfort over growth every single time. That identity must be assassinated with extreme prejudice. Epictetus taught that we suffer not from events themselves, but from our judgments about them. Your entire life up until this moment has been built on judgments made by a weaker version of yourself. Those judgments created your habits. Your habits created your character. Your character created your destiny. And your destiny, as it stands, is average at best. This ends now. The Stoics understood that true freedom comes from mastering yourself, not your circumstances. Today, you begin the metamorphosis. Not tomorrow, not Monday, not after one more weekend of indulgence. Today, the old you begins to die. If you're truly ready for this transformation, prove it with the smallest act of commitment. Leave one word in the comments: unrecognizable. That's your contract with yourself. That's your public declaration. Then destroy the like button as a symbolic gesture that the old you is finished. Now comes the uncomfortable part. Look at your body right now. Actually look at it. Are you proud of what you see? Or are you carrying the physical evidence of years of poor decisions? Look at your room, your car, your workspace. Is it the environment of a champion or the breeding ground of mediocrity? Check your bank account. Are those numbers a reflection of discipline and value creation, or chaos and impulsive spending? Scroll through your recent text messages. Are you surrounding yourself with people who elevate you, or energy vampires who keep you comfortable in your weakness? Look at your browser history, your screen time statistics. Where is your attention actually going? This audit isn't meant to shame you. It's meant to shock you into reality. You cannot transform what you refuse to acknowledge. The disgust you feel right now is fuel. Bottle it. You'll need it for what comes next. Here's the secret that changes everything. You don't become disciplined by feeling like it. You become disciplined by acting like it until the act becomes your identity. This is actor mode. For the next 12 months, you're not trying to be disciplined. You're playing the role of the most disciplined person you can imagine. Method actors don't break character. Neither do you. When the alarm goes off at 5 a.m., the old you would negotiate, rationalize, hit snooze. The actor playing your new character doesn't have that option. That's not in the script. When faced with junk food, emotional spending, or time-wasting distractions, you don't rely on willpower. You simply ask, what would the unrecognizable version of me do right now? Then you do that. Every single time. Without exception. The role you play consistently becomes who you are. Choose your character wisely. Disappear. Not literally, but energetically. The version of you that showed up to every social gathering, that was available 24/7. That prioritized being seen over being productive. That person goes into witness protection. Ghost mode isn't about being antisocial. It's about being selectively social. It's about understanding that your attention is your most valuable asset, and you've been giving it away for free to people and activities that don't deserve it. For the next 12 months, you operate in the shadows. You decline invitations that don't align with your transformation. You stop posting every thought and accomplishment for validation. You reduce your circle to only those who add value or accountability. The world doesn't need to see you building. They'll see the finished product. Wolves don't announce their plans to sheep. They hunt in silence and feast in privacy. Enter the shadows. Build in secret. Emerge unrecognizable. Remember you will die. Memento Mori. Not to depress you, but to liberate you. You have approximately 4,000 weeks on this planet, if you're lucky. You've already spent many of them unconscious, asleep at the wheel of your own life. How many do you have left? And how many more will you waste negotiating with your ego about why you deserve to sleep in, skip the workout, or avoid the difficult conversation? Your ego is not your friend. It's the voice that keeps you safe, comfortable, and small. It's the part of you that would rather protect your current identity than build a better one. Kill it, not with aggression, but with indifference. When it tells you you're too tired, you prove it wrong. When it tells you you're not capable, you act anyway. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Your ego creates suffering to keep you still. Movement destroys it. Philosophy without execution is just intellectual entertainment. You've absorbed the mindset, now we build the machine. Your transformation requires 3 optimized systems: your environment, your body, and your schedule. These aren't separate areas of life. They're interconnected variables in the equation of your existence. Your environment shapes your behavior unconsciously. Your body determines your energy and mental clarity. Your schedule reflects your true priorities, not your stated ones. Over the next 12 months, you'll engineer all 3 with the precision of a scientist designing an experiment. Because that's exactly what this is, an experiment with a sample size of 1 to determine how extraordinary you can become when you remove all friction and excuses. The Stoics practiced negative visualization to prepare for hardship. You'll practice environmental design to make discipline inevitable. Let's build the infrastructure of an unrecognizable life. Your environment is voting on your behavior every second. The junk food visible in your kitchen votes for poor nutrition. The TV in your bedroom votes for poor sleep. The cluttered desk votes for scattered thinking. You need to rig this election. Minimalism isn't about having less. It's about removing everything that doesn't serve your transformation. Your phone is the greatest weapon against your focus. Delete social media apps. Use website blockers. Create friction between you and distraction. Make discipline the path of least resistance. Place your workout clothes next to your bed. Prep your meals in advance. Design your space so that the right choices are automatic and the wrong choices require effort. James Clear taught us that environment design is the ultimate habit hack. You're not relying on motivation, you're engineering inevitability. Audit every object in your space and ask, does this vote for the unrecognizable version or the old version? Remove anything that votes against you. Your internal state determines your external results. Manage your biology like an athlete. Sleep is non-negotiable. 7 to 9 hours in a cold, dark room creates the foundation for everything else. Hydration affects cognitive function more than most realize. 1 liter of water before you consume anything else. Sunlight within 30 minutes of waking regulates your circadian rhythm and mood. Movement creates energy, it doesn't deplete it. Your body is a chemistry lab. Feed it real food. Train it consistently. Rest it adequately. Respect the machine, and the machine will carry you to unrecognizable heights. This is just the foundation. You now understand the mindset, the identity shift, and the environmental optimization. But knowing and doing are separated by an ocean of execution.